All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to talk about the one thing that separates a Google Ads campaign that actually works from one that just burns through your cash. And that's the foundational structure. It's something that honestly most beginners get wrong, and it's the real key to getting results. And I want to start with this quote because, man, does this hit home for a lot of people. You know the feeling, right? You build a campaign, you throw money at it, and you get nothing. Just silence. It really feels like you were set up to fail from the very start. Well, here's the thing. That feeling is often right. A lot of campaigns are doomed from the start. But the crazy part is, it's usually not about your budget or some super complicated bidding strategy. Nope. It's a fundamental flaw, a mistake made right at the starting line in the actual structure of the campaign. See, everyone wants to jump to tweaking their bids and their budget, but you can't do any of that until you get your organization right. Getting that structure solid from day one, that's the secret sauce. It's how you stop wasting money and start building something that actually works. Okay, so to make this super easy to understand, I'm going to use a simple analogy, but it's a really powerful one that'll make this whole thing just click for you. I want you to think of your entire Google Ads account as a wardrobe. That's it. Its only job is to organize your ads so you can find exactly what you need right when you need it. Think about it. If you just chuck all your clothes into your closet in one giant messy pile, what are the chances you're going to find a matching pair of socks? Pretty much zero, right? Well, it's the exact same thing with Google Ads. No structure just creates chaos, and it makes it impossible for your ads to do their job. But here's the good news. This is not complicated stuff. The whole blueprint, the entire secret, it just comes down to 3 simple layers. That's it. If you can get these 3 layers right, you are already way ahead of most of your competition. All right, so let's break it down. We're diving into layer 1, the top level of our digital wardrobe, the campaign. So a campaign, think of this as a big drawer in your wardrobe. It's for the big, broad categories. Like you might have one drawer for t-shirts and a totally separate one for pants. It's that highest level container that holds everything related to one major goal or product line. And here's what's so important to understand about the campaign level. This is where you control the big picture settings. You've got your location, your language, your bidding strategy. But look at that first one, overall budget. This is absolutely critical. Your budget is set at this high level for the whole drawer. You're not setting a budget for every single t-shirt, right? You're setting a budget for the entire t-shirts campaign. Okay, so we've got our drawer. Now let's move down to the next layer, the ad group. This is where we start getting more specific, and honestly, this is where almost every beginner makes their biggest and most expensive mistake. Okay, so if the campaign is our pants drawer, what's an ad group? Well, it's like a divider inside that drawer. You'd have one little section for jeans, another for chinos, and maybe a third one for shorts. The key here, and this is everything, is that each ad group has one single super tight theme. And this slide just perfectly shows what I'm talking about. This is the mistake. Look at the left. That's the messy approach. Just one big ad group called car services with everything thrown in together. Tinting, paint protection, you name it. How could you possibly write a specific ad for that? You can't. It has to be super generic. But look at the right. This is how you do it. We have one ad group just for window tinting and a completely separate one for paint protection. Now you can write an amazing ad that screams, the best window tinting here for that first group, and a totally different ad about protect your car's paint for the second. That relevance, that's the whole game. Okay, so we've got our drawers, which are the campaigns. We've got our dividers, the ad groups. So what's left? Well, it's time to actually put the clothes in those divided sections. And that brings us to layer 3, the keywords and the ads themselves. So inside each of those super specific ad groups, that's where you put your keywords and the ads that go with them. And this is where relevance goes from being important to being like the only thing that matters. Your one and only goal is to create a perfect, seamless line from what someone types into Google to the ad they see to the page they click through to. We call this the chain of relevance, and it's so powerful. Just look at how this flows. Someone searches for buy running shoes online. Boom. Your keyword is buy running shoes. That keyword triggers your ad, which says, hey, shop running shoes here. And when they click that ad, they land on a page full of running shoes for sale. When that chain is strong and unbroken, Google rewards you. It's that simple. And why? because you just gave their user an amazing, super relevant experience, and that's all Google really cares about. So let's just recap this blueprint. It's so important to see how each layer builds on the one before it. You have the campaign, the drawer, controlling the big stuff like budget and location. Inside that, you have the ad group, the divider, keeping your keywords in tightly themed categories. And then you have the actual keyword and ad, the item, which has to be a perfect match for what the user is looking for. It's simple, it's logical, and man, is it efficient when you do it right. Okay, so we've covered the what and the how. Now, for the most important part, the why. Why does all this matter so much? Let's talk about why this structured approach is, frankly, non-negotiable if you actually want to make money with Google Ads. Because a well-structured account isn't just neat and tidy, it directly leads to all of this. When your structure is tight, your relevance goes way up. Google sees that and gives you a better quality score. And a higher quality score, that boosts your ad rank. Which means, and this is the magic part, you can actually win ad auctions without having the highest bid. The bottom line, you end up paying less for each click, and you stop wasting your budget on clicks that were never going to convert anyway. So, if you take one thing away from all of this, let it be this. You can have the biggest budget in the world. You can have the fanciest bidding strategy. But if your account is a disorganized mess, it's like building a skyscraper on a foundation of sand. It's just going to fall over. You have to master this foundation first, period. So I want you to go look at your own campaigns right now and ask yourself this one simple question. Is your ad budget actually funding a clear, organized strategy, or are you just stuffing cash into a messy drawer and hoping something good happens? Because I'm telling you, getting this right, it will change absolutely everything.